In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a 6'6" point guard build that could quite possibly be the most well-rounded point guard build here on NBA 2K26. This build not only gets legend shooting badges, but it also can get contact dunks, get the best tall guard dribble moves, and play lockdown defense. And as you can see in some of these clips, I've been having a ton of fun playing on this build, so let's waste no more time and get right into it. Alright, so like I said, obviously this is going to be a point guard build, 6'6". I went 180 pounds and minimum wingspan at 6'6". Now the reason I went minimum wingspan is so that I can get a 94 3-pointer potential. We might not end up using that with cap breakers down the line, but we'll talk about all of that cap breaker stuff later in the video. But that's why I went minimum wingspan. If you want to go up in wingspan a little bit more, you could. This is just a template that I used for my build, so you can make changes if you want, but this personally is just what I did for my build. All right, so let's go ahead and start making this build. We're going to start off with the shooting, since we were talking about shooting a little bit. For this build to start off, we're going to be going with a 92 3-point shot. Now the reason that I went 92 is so that later down the line I can use a cap breaker and get this up to 93 so that we can get gold limitless range. I did select the shooting build specialization, so like I said, later down the line we're gonna have some cap breakers to play with for shooting, so I will definitely use one on 3-pointer to get that up to a 93. With the other one I could put it on a physical, so I'm not exactly sure what I will do with that, but I will definitely let you guys know down below in the comments. If you have some questions, I can definitely let you know what I end up using all of my cap breakers on. But yeah, I went with a 92 3-point shot to start out, and it's going to be an 82 mid-range to start out as well. And as you can see in these clips, I'm shooting lights out on this build. I really enjoy shooting on tall guards in this game. I will end up showing my jump shot later down the line in the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. This 6'6" jump shot is cash. It's really solid, and I've been having a ton of fun shooting on this build. As you can see in these clips, I've been going crazy in the rec, the park, pretty much everything on this build. Shooting feels really solid. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to playmaking. This is a big part of the build, obviously, and for the playmaking, we're gonna be going with an 85 ball handle and an 86 speed with ball. Now the reason that we're going 85 ball handle, 86 speed with ball is so that we can get lightning launch on gold, and we will be using a max +1 to get that to Hall of Fame. So we're gonna have Hall of Fame lightning launch on this build, and the 85 ball handle is gonna get a silver unpluckable, silver handles for days, and bronze ankle assassin, which is really all you need for a 6'6" point guard build in this game. It would be nice to have gold dribbling badges, but you really don't need it. The 85 ball handle is gonna get us all of the good animations that we need, like Devin Booker crossover, step back, Scottie Pippen behind the back, all of the best tall guard dribble moves we're going to be able to get on this build. I will again show all of my animations at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that if you want to see what dribble moves I'm using. And then for the pass accuracy, I went with an 82 pass accuracy because, like I said, I play 5s with this build, I play 3, so I wanted to make sure I had a pretty solid pass accuracy, and I'm really liking how 82 has felt. You get silver break starter, gold dimer, which you can use a max +1 or max +2 on, and then we also get silver versatile visionary. And like I said, 82 pass hack has felt really solid, and I've actually been using my max +2 on dimer. So I've had legend dimer on this build, which has been absolutely insane, having legend dimer, legend set shot specialist with the 92 3-pointer that we talked about earlier. So you can already see how this build is looking like one of the best well-rounded builds in this game. As you can see, I've been cooking up on this build. You don't need any more ball handle than 85. And 86 speed with ball with that Hall of Fame lightning launch has felt really solid. So I really like how the playmaking has felt on this build. Now let's go ahead and move on to another really important part of this build. It's going to be the defense. We're going to be getting a 92 perimeter defense on this build alongside an 85 steal. Now, if you've been paying attention to kind of the meta builds of the game so far, a lot of people are going low steal because it's really hard to get blitzes in this game, and it's really hard to just get steals overall. But for me personally, I really don't like going low steal because you never know down the line if they're going to patch something, if you're going to be able to get more blitz steals, more interceptor animations. So I personally like to go 85 steal so we get silver glove and gold interceptor. And for the perimeter defense, since we have a 92, we're going to be getting challenger on gold, on ball menace on gold, pick dodger on gold, and Hall of Fame off ball pest. So it's kind of crazy that a build like this gets all of the good dribble moves that you need, can get legend set shot specialist, and you get all of these good defensive badges. It's kind of insane. Like, this is why I'm saying this is one of the best overall point guard builds in this game. It can literally do everything. And then for the block, we're going to be going with a 68 block, maxing that out, and I just left interior defense at a 50. Like I said, I'm someone who plays 5s, 3s, sometimes 2s, and a little bit of 1s here and there. So I really didn't think it was worth putting my interior defense up that much. I've been able to play defense pretty solid on this build. It's felt really, really good. And then maybe down the line, if I really wanted to get crazy, I could put my perimeter defense up to a 95 and get Hall of Fame challenger if at some point I have like 10 cat breakers or something insane like that. But for now, the 92 perimeter defense is what I'm sticking with. 85 steal. I just think it's really, really solid. Now we're going to move on over to finishing. Now this is where this build gets really, really crazy. And this is where if you don't have cap breakers, you might not want to make exactly what I'm making, but just for me personally, I'm basing this off of 5 cap breakers. All right. So for our driving dunk, it's going to be a 59 driving dunk. Now I will show you why it's going to be a 59 later down in the video in just a second, but just know when you go 59 driving dunk on this build and you have 5 cap breakers, this driving dunk turns from 59 to 89. You're going to be able to move this up 30 points up to an 89 driving dunk so that we can get contact animations on this build, which is absolutely insane. So make sure you put that 59 driving dunk. In just a second, I will show you what the cap breaker screen looks like. But to finish off finishing, we're going to go with a 59 driving dunk, 70 driving layup, 67 close shot. Standing dunk, we're going to put that up to a 45 so that we can get the good standing dunk animations. And then for post control, we're going to put that up to a 40. And as you can see in some of these clips, this was when I didn't even have the 89 driving dunk. I just unlocked it today through the crew rewards since I now have 5 cap breakers. So now that I have 5 cap breakers, my build is at an 89 driving dunk. But in these clips, I only had like a 60, a 70, while I only had 2 or 3 cap breakers. So if you do end up making this build and you don't have 5 cap breakers, I still think you're fine. Like, I played on this build with a 60, 70 driving dunk, and I was still going crazy. So what I would recommend is if you don't have the 5 cap breakers right off the bat or right now, I would still make this build, and then just while you acquire cap breakers, just put it all on driving dunk until you have your driving dunk maxed out at an 89. And then to finish this build off, for the rebounding, I didn't put anything up on rebounding because it's a point guard build. I really wasn't worried about it too much. And then for the physicals, we're going to be going with an 86 speed, 80 agility, 57 strength. And then for the vertical, we want to put that up to a 78 so that we are able to get all of those contact dunks I was talking about. So we're going to go ahead and max out the free throw now to go ahead and complete this build at a 99. And when we go ahead and make this build, as you can see, it's going to be called a two-way 3-point shot hunter, but that is going to change very, very quickly once you put some cap breakers on this build. As you can see, the strengths: wins points of battles, attacks, ice in the veins from deep, faster than most opponents, explosive with the ball in hand, and the only weakness is that it's not a dunking threat. But as we already know, that is going to change very, very quickly. Let me go ahead and show you what this build looks like with cap breakers on it. All right, so here we are in the city. As you can see, the build name has already changed to a two-way 3-point slasher instead of a two-way 3-point shot hunter. So let me go ahead and show you what this build looks like with 5 cap breakers. That driving dunk category looks absolutely insane. Literally half of the bar is filled up with cap breakers. And as you can see, like I said, it is at an 89 driving dunk now. If we pull up the cap breaker screen, it's actually crazy. As you can see, we get 30 attributes added onto our driving dunk. It's actually crazy how this works out when you put a low driving dunk on a build like this. You're able to cap breaker it this much all the way up to an 89. Me and the homie Breeze actually worked really, really hard on figuring out how all of these cap breakers work. So shout out to him. I'll leave his @ down below in the description. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with the way this turned out. This looks actually crazy when you're looking at my player card with the driving dunk looking like this all in gold. But yeah, this is why I went with what I did on this build. I think it's absolutely crazy. Like I said, if you don't have the 5 cap breakers right off of the bat, it's not that big of a deal. I've played a ton on this build with like a 60 driving dunk, 70 driving dunk, and it was still really, really good. So let me go ahead and show you what animations I'm currently rocking. Since we were just talking about driving dunk and all of the contacts you get, these are all of the dunk animations I have right now. If you want to go ahead and copy these, as you can see, We get the pro contacts, which is what we were looking for, both off 1 and 2 feet. We get standing dunks, and then we also get a bunch of really good dunk animations. Devin Booker, Vince Carter, Zach LaVine. I had Manu on, Klay Thompson. I'll probably take these off, honestly. I had like these two on and Kevin Herter when I had a lower driving dunk. So if you want to do that, if you don't have 5 cap breakers right off the bat, I would definitely recommend these 3 driving dunk animations right here. And then for alley-oops, we get regular alley-oops, elite alley-oops, contact alley-oops. This build is just crazy when it comes to dunking with that 89 driving dunk, I'm telling you. And then if we move over to the jump shot creator, this is the jump shot I'm working with right now. We got Michael Porter Jr. base, Charles Bassey release 1, Sadiq Bey release 2, and then this is the blending I'm currently liking right now. This jump shot has been really solid for me. I think I'm shooting like 60-70% between the park and the rec, so I've been really enjoying this jump shot. So definitely try it out if you need a jump shot for this build. And then finally, for the gameplay animations, these are all the playmaking moves that I am rocking. Trae Young pass style, Zach LaVine dribble style, Tracy McGrady signature size up. You can go ahead and copy all of these. Devin Booker crossover is really good. This Kobe White behind the back is really glitchy, as you saw probably in some of the clips throughout this video. Devin Booker step back is probably the best step back in the entire game. So yeah, I mean, this build can literally get everything that you would ever need out of a 6'6" point guard build. All of the best dribble moves, contact dunks, limitless range on gold, shooting lights out. It's just really crazy what you can do in this game with the cap breakers and stuff like that. And then before we end this video off, this is what my badges screen is currently looking like. As you see, we got interceptor on gold, on ball menace, deadeye, set shot on legend after the max +2, lightning launch on Hall of Fame shifty shooter. This build is crazy. You're gonna get silver posterizer once I max that out. So let me go ahead and show you what my badge perks is looking like. So for my max +1, I did lightning launch and high flying denier. Like I said, for my max +2s, I did set shot specialist and dimer. Another max +1 from the crew, we did shifty shooter and off ball pest on legend, and then limitless range on gold, which that will change once I put a cap breaker on my shooting. But yeah, this build is absolutely insane when it comes to badges. But that is going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you guys did enjoy, please consider dropping a like and subscribe to my channel. And let me know down below in the comments what you would change about this build. If you're going to end up making it, let me know. And if you do end up making it, let me know if you enjoy it. But that's going to wrap it up for me. I will see you guys all in the next one.